Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right? You show up, you work hard, you pay your bills, and yet you still feel tired, busy, and stuck? We're all taught the same story: go to school, work hard, and one day it'll all pay off. But let's be honest, does that really work anymore? Prices keep climbing, paychecks feel smaller, and the finish line keeps moving. In fact, recent studies show that 60% of Americans who work full time still live paycheck to paycheck, even among those earning over $100,000 a year. So clearly, working harder isn't the whole answer. If you've worked hard your entire life and still feel like financial freedom is out of reach, then this video is for you, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you why your effort isn't translating into real progress and what to do today to take your power back. So, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start moving forward, then let's talk about what's really keeping you stuck. And here it is: hard work that is misdirected. So, hear me out, because what most people never tell you is hard work doesn't automatically equal wealth. Don't get me wrong, working hard is admirable. It builds discipline and responsibility and character, but effort alone won't make you financially free. Because if your effort is misdirected, it's going to keep you stuck. In fact, you can work 40, 50, even 60 hours a week and still not get ahead. And you're not alone. The average worker today is more productive than ever before, up to 60% since the 1980s, but wages have barely moved. The gap between effort and reward, it's not your imagination, it's the system. You've been taught that if you just keep grinding, things will eventually click. But if all of your effort goes into one income stream, then you're trading your time for money. And when your time has limits, your income has a ceiling. That's why you can feel like you're sprinting every day but never moving forward, because you're running on a treadmill of lifestyle creep that doesn't lead anywhere. Because every time your income rises, then your expenses rise right along with it. So even the more money that you make, there's no margin. You can't outwork this bad strategy. But here's the good news: you already have what you need, and that is effort. The work ethic is your greatest asset. You just need to give your effort direction. When your effort becomes strategic, that's when everything else changes. And that's when you stop working for money and you start training your money to work for you. You start managing your money, multiplying your money, and suddenly that ceiling that you thought was so permanent, it starts to disappear. So today, I want to help you redirect that effort so that you can stop burning out and start building up. So here's how to do it. If you want to win with money, you can't keep doing what's not working. So here's your new rule to live by: strategy beats blood, sweat, and tears every single time. You don't have to work more hours. You have to work with a plan. Think about it like this: if two people put in the same 40 hours of hard work and dedication a week, but one spends their effort learning how to grow their income while the other only earns and spends, in 10 years, their financial lives look completely different. It's not about who worked harder, it's about who worked smarter with intention. So let's talk about how you can start redirecting your effort today. Step one: face your numbers. You can't fix what you don't face. In fact, about 65% of Americans don't know exactly how much they spent last month. And that uncertainty keeps you stuck in survival mode. So, this is actually something that you can start right now today. Open up your accounts, add up what's coming in and what's going out and what's growing. Even if the numbers aren't what you hoped for, awareness gives you control, because once you see where your money is actually going, then you can start telling your money where to go next. Step two is to create a simple system. You don't need a complex spreadsheet, just a simple system and routine that makes your money predictable. Here are two good options for you to choose from. Option one is the 50-30-20 formula: 50% needs, 30% goals, and 20% freedom, which means that half of what you earn covers essentials and 30% goes towards paying off debt or investing, and 20% gives you room to breathe. Or option two, this might appeal to you, and it is simply downloading a budgeting app so that you can tell your money exactly where to go. Every single dollar should have a job, and budgeting apps can streamline your financial activity. They automatically track spending, allowing you to get that big picture of your finances, and you can access your budget from anywhere. So, Adopting a system that's easy and works for you, that's how you start to create progress and financial growth. Step three, set specific goals because those vague goals, they just create vague results. Instead of saying, I want to save more, then say, I'm saving $300 a month to build a $3,600 emergency fund this year. When you make your goals specific and measurable, your brain turns them into a mission. And here's the trick, you guys. I also want you to write it down because people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. And that leads us to step four, learn one new skill that builds income. This one is a big one because oftentimes we crave freedom, but we cling to comfort. But real changes are going to take place when you let go of fear and learn something new. You can't just work your way to wealth. You have to grow your way there. So pick one skill that raises your earning potential, like learning digital marketing or mastering AI tools or building an online business. The possibilities on this one are endless. And even one new skill can unlock opportunities that your old paycheck never could. And remember, skill building is actually compound interest for your brain. Every new skill makes you more valuable for life. Step number five is redirect what you save. And what do I mean by this? Well, if you make paying off debt a priority, then you can redirect the money that you save towards savings or investments, and that's going to build freedom. When you pay off a debt or you cancel a bill, don't let that money disappear into your lifestyle creep. Take that $200 and move it to an investment account or your savings immediately. That's how people quietly build wealth, by reassigning every dollar to a bigger purpose. And no, these aren't massive life overhauls. They're simply small course directions that shift your direction. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they are changes that you can actually make today. Every single financially free person started the same way. They stopped leaving their money to chance and they started leading it with purpose and intention. Because when your effort finally has direction, then you stop spinning your wheels and you start building traction. And that's how you break free from working hard to working smart and building wealth. Part three, you guys, is the mindset shift. This is going to keep you free. So now let's go back to those two people that we talked about earlier, the ones who were both working 40 hours a week. On paper, they looked pretty much the same. Similar job, similar paycheck, and same effort. But 10 years later, their lives couldn't look more different. One of them kept working hard, but never changed direction. Every raise became a lifestyle upgrade, and every bonus disappeared into bills. Now, she was still showing up and still exhausted and still wondering if it'll finally pay off. But the other person decided to do something different. She started tracking her money and she learned a new skill that made her more valuable. And she redirected every dollar toward paying off debt and investing. And when that first investment check came, even though it was small, she realized that she had built something that worked for her. Now, her effort compounds instead of drains. So she has options, she has peace. And the best part, she didn't have to work more hours. She just worked smarter and gave her effort a mission. So here's the truth, you guys. The gap between those two people, it isn't luck. It wasn't timing, and it certainly wasn't intelligence. It was the direction. And the good news is it's not too late for you to change your financial trajectory, because financial freedom, it doesn't come from exhaustion. It comes from alignment. When you and your energy and your goals and your money all move in the same direction, then momentum becomes unstoppable. And here's where mindset comes in. Wealth isn't just a math problem, it's a belief problem. If you believe that working harder is the only path, then you'll stay trapped in the mode of effort without progress. But when you start believing, then you can use what you already have, which are your skills and your discipline and your time to build something bigger in your life. That's when your life begins to shift. You stop chasing money and you start building systems that create money. You stop reacting to bills and you start planning for opportunity. You stop waiting for someday and start designing your version of financial freedom right now. So here's an action step for you to start today. Take those 5 minutes today and just write down this sentence somewhere that is visible. Write down, my effort is no longer random. My effort is intentional. Put that on your mirror or on your phone wallpaper, anywhere where you can see it, because every time that you read it, you remind yourself that your effort is intentional. Then you're actually reminding yourself that you are the CEO of your money. And when you start leading your money with purpose, then you're going to notice something powerful. You're going to feel less stressed. You're going to feel more hopeful and more in control. And not because life suddenly got easier, but because you got strategic. So here's your recap. Number one, hard work isn't the problem, misdirected effort is. Number two, strategy beats sweat every time. And number three, the mindset that builds wealth is simple. You need to work hard with direction, lead your money, and believe that financial freedom is possible. Well, guys, changing my belief system around work really helped me so much in my path towards financial freedom. And I hope that it can help you too. If this video spoke to you, then hit that like button and leave me a comment below. Let me know what clear financial goal you have set for yourself. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because in the next video, we're going to be breaking down how to build multiple income streams, even if you're just getting started. See you in the next video. Bye for now.